on 12 News, flowers can make a person's day, so why are floral shops on the decline? We'll take a look. Plus, a need for blood and the big reason people in Plymouth are answering the call. But first, a fatal crash in Brooklyn Center that claimed the life of a college president.
Earl's passing is a huge loss to St. Cloud State University.
12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. The Minnesota State Patrol continues to investigate a crash in Brooklyn Center Monday evening that claimed the life of a college president. Earl Potter had been president at St. Cloud State since 2007. He died in a single-car rollover accident on his way to a meeting in the Twin Cities. Potter was 69. We get more from Eric Nelson.
Going east on I-694 in Brooklyn Center when his SUV went off the interstate and struck a guardrail.
We've lost a great guy. We've lost a great guy.
He was a highly respected leader, both here in Minnesota and across the nation, as well as around the world.
News of his death sent shockwaves rippling throughout Minnesota's academic community.
He will truly be missed by so many.
On campus at St. Cloud State, the mood was somber as the city and university tried to come to grips with what happened.
It's a loss to the state of Minnesota, and it's a loss to higher education.
Earl's impact on this community will be felt well into the future. He had a remarkable ability to connect.
Potter had a knack for building bridges and was able to diffuse some of the bubbling ethnic tensions in St. Cloud.
He's made this space safe for everyone, regardless of your religion, your color, your sexual orientation, where you come from.
Despite the tragic circumstances, the Minnesota State College system moved quickly and named Ashish Aidia as acting president.
We are here to assure you that we remain committed to student success, first and foremost, and to regional and global engagement.
St. Cloud State attracts many students from the Northwest metro area and even has a satellite campus in Maple Grove.
Earl's passing is a huge loss to St. Cloud State University.
Now, the loss of Earl Potter is a huge blow for St. Cloud overall. Potter was able to bring the campus and city together in ways that had not been done before. St. Cloud Mayor Dave Kleist called it a town and gown relationship, and Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton also expressed condolences, saying that Potter was with him on all 4 of his international trade missions. A sad story, Mike.
Big loss felt by students everywhere.
Really a lot of repercussions on this one.
Yep, thank you. Well, in just over a month, another grocery store will open in the Northwest Metro. Hy-Vee is expected to open its Brooklyn Park store off Highway 610 and Zane Avenue by the end of July. Today at North Hennepin Community College, Hy-Vee's hiring ramped up. About 700 full and part-time employees will work at the Brooklyn Park store. Hy-Vee is still looking to fill another 200 positions.
We're still looking for a lot of positions in the food service area, so kitchen, bakery, produce, deli, looking for servers in the restaurant because we have a full service restaurant as well. So there's still quite a variety of positions that we have available to fill.
Another round of interviews takes place Thursday from 8 to 4 at North Hennepin. For more information on jobs, you can go to the Hy-Vee Careers Facebook page. The very first pawn shop recently opened in New Hope, and that's why the city of New Hope is taking a closer look at pawn shops and the city's costs to police them. The police department estimates that to monitor a pawn shop would take about 20% of a full-time officer's duties. The city also estimates it will lose $13,000 per year to monitor the pawn shop. To help recoup the loss, the City Council this week approved raising the annual license fee from $2,500 to $7,500. We Pay More Pawn opened in May, a store that's much smaller than the national chains. New Hope allows up to 2 pawnbrokers in the city. A local flower shops, once a neighborhood staple in many areas, including the Northwest Metro, are on the decline. Nearly 40% of America's floral businesses have closed since 2000. Last fall, a longtime crystal flower shop, Rosebow, closed when the owner decided to retire due to declining health. Some industry experts have said the industry has entered the declining stages of its life cycle.
It's unfortunate, just because it could be one of those dying trades that, you know, there's a lot of flower shops within the last, you know, decade that have closed. A lot of people have retired, and the kids don't want to carry on the tradition. They're, you know, interested in other things.
The numbers of customers going online to buy flowers has had a negative impact on mom and pop flower shops too. And while local shops may be the ones to fill the online orders, the bulk of the profits, they say, go to the middleman. After months of discussion, the Brooklyn Center City Council has decided not to move forward with a controversial plan to limit the number of single-family homes turned into rentals. City Council voted unanimously against the proposed ordinance, which would have limited the concentration of single-family rentals on a block to 30%. The issue came up over concern about a higher number of police calls and code violations at rental properties. Many realtors, however, spoke out against the proposal, saying rental caps are a violation of property rights. Currently, about 10% of single-family homes in Brooklyn Center are rentals. The city will continue to keep track of the concentration of rentals on a block-by-block basis.
On the outside rail, we have a solar panel that's aimed to get the most optimum use of the sun.
As the nation observes Flag Day on this June 14th, MnDOT is working on a plan to illuminate Old Glory on freeway overpasses. Lighting flags at night is required under the U.S. Flag Code. Now, MnDOT says a test light in Coon Rapids is working well enough to put in similar lights on 7 other overpasses in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center. They just need to boost the power a little to get through the long, dark winter nights. Local VFWs originally set up the flags a few years ago. The state later decided to put in their own flag holders. Now the lights are planned to be installed by the end of July. Coming up, the urgent need for blood and why this week donors in the Northwest Metro responded. Later in sports, we'll preview the state baseball tournament with the Wayzata Trojans and Maple Grove Crimson. But first, a break from the rain. We begin to dry out on Wednesday. In the wake of tragedy, human nature can bring out the best in people. After Sunday's mass shooting in Orlando, people lined up to donate blood to help those wounded in the incident. As Delane Cleveland reports in today's Health Check, even Minnesotans are heeding the call.
The reason I give it is for those that need it.
The demand for blood is constant. But in order to keep that supply stocked,
Today I'm doing a double platelet donation.
it requires people to make their way to places like Memorial Blood Centers in Plymouth.
We need blood donations every day, and that includes whole blood donations, which is the most common type. We also need platelet donations.
Is everything feeling okay?
Yeah.
One of the people here donating blood is Dawn Dahlberg of Maple Grove.
It's just a simple thing I can do to help others.
She donates several times a year, but the specific reason she came in on this Tuesday morning was a direct result of the attack at a gay nightclub in Orlando.
It left me with such a helpless feeling, and I didn't know what else I could do, but I knew I could do this, so I decided I would come.
According to officials from Memorial Blood Centers, Dawn isn't the only person who's felt that way.
Tragedies bring out the good in people, as we all hear and witness. We've had about double the number of walk-ins that we normally see, and the major reason that we're hearing is because of the Orlando tragedy.
On the day of the attack, Memorial Blood Centers shipped a supply of O-negative blood down to Orlando.
We're very sad about what's happened in Orlando, and we're very pleased that because we have such a loyal donor base, we had enough blood on hand to help Orlando.
Now their focus is on maintaining a stable supply of blood here in Minnesota during a time when most people are focused on their summer vacations.
Yeah, this afternoon it's supposed to start picking up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yet on this day, Dawn was simply focused on giving back to those in need.
To want to have some way to feel that you can contribute to a good cause, and when everything else felt out of control, it was something that you could control.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Tuesday is also World Blood Donor Day. It's a day when blood centers say thank you to their loyal donors for ensuring that they have a reliable supply of safe blood for patients whose lives depend on it. Coming up, a special milestone birthday for a Crystal resident. But first, local players teeing it up for the opening round of the state high school golf tournament. Jay Wilcox has that and more next in sports. What do you think? Chances pretty good that there will be a baseball trophy in the Northwest Metro someplace in a week or so?
Yeah, pretty good opportunity, that's for sure. We got 3 teams in it, and all of them are pretty good, too, so it's going to be really exciting. Okay. The State Class 4A baseball tournament does start Thursday, and 3 Northwest area teams are in the tournament. Wayzata is the top seed for the tourney. The Trojans drew unseeded Lake Conference rival Eden Prairie in the quarterfinal round. Wayzata beat the Eagles twice during the regular season. It's an opponent they know very well.
It's kind of an advantage for both teams to have the rematch. We both know what we're getting, so we're both going in prepared and ready for the game.
Eden Prairie is a quality program. We're very excited about that opportunity to play them in a high-stakes playoff situation. You know, they can do a lot of things right, and we can do a lot of things right. It should be an exciting game, but we're feeling pretty good about it.
Wayzata is 20-3 coming into the state tournament and spent part of the season ranked #1 in the state poll. They beat St. Louis Park to take the Section 6 4A title, and all of the steps along the way have made them a very good team.
Although we are a pretty good team, you can't underestimate any team. And going through sections like Hopkins gave us a good fight, and they're definitely a good team. St. Louis Park too, great teams that we had to beat to get here. So
we have great pitching, and when everything goes together, hitting, pitching, and defense, I think we're probably the best team in the state.
Eden Prairie and Wayzata open the state 4A tournament Thursday morning at 10 o'clock at CHS Field, the home of the Saints. Maple Grove is set to make its 7th state baseball tournament appearance. The Crimson is a 4th seed in Class 4A. Maple Grove will face 5th seed Lakeville North in the quarterfinal round. The Crimson and Panthers have identical 20-4 records coming in. And here's what the Crimson guys know about Lakeville North.
Probably not a whole lot. They're probably similar to us, looking at batting average, and I guess they have a pretty good pitcher, a starter, and a pretty solid catcher, and I think it should be a good battle.
Growing up, played Lakeville North many times in baseball, and we know what kind of team they are and what they bring to the table, so we're excited to see a new team and new faces.
Maple Grove beat Elk River 9-2 in the Section 8 title game. They own wins over 3 tournament entrants, including top seed Wayzata. In what seems to be a pretty balanced tournament, Maple Grove has a good chance to contend for a title.
Now that we're down to 8, we realize how capable we are of actually winning this thing. If we get hot for a couple games, we have a really good chance of winning. It's really exciting to be practicing here and getting ready for this weekend. So,
knowing that it's really anyone's game, whoever shows up on a particular day could easily run away with it. So, just got to make sure we're focused, we're ready to go from the first pitch on day 1, and hopefully see where that takes us.
Lakeville North and Maple Grove play at 12:30 at CHS Field in the second game of the Class 4A tournament, and we'll hear from the Champlain Park Rebels Wednesday starting at 4 on 12 News. The 2-day state golf tournament is underway in all 3 classes. A good morning weather-wise in the Class 3A girls tourney. Sarah Sontowski of Armstrong putting for birdie on the first hole of the East course at Bunker Hills. She makes par on the hole on the way to a round of 83. Armstrong's Shelby Kiefer on the 5th East hole putts for par. The junior finishes with a first day score of 85. Megan Munick is one of 2 Champlain Park golfers in the tourney. She cards a first round score of 84. Julia Hall of Hopkins is in contention in this one. She birdies on the 4th West hole. Hall with a score of 72 is tied for 3rd place after the first round. Champlain Park's Taylor Minger nearly chips in for birdie on 5 West. Great shot here by Minger. She finishes with a score of 79 and is tied for 17th. 8th grader Amy Burnham of Wayzata rolls in a solid par putt on 8 West. Burnham comes in with a score of 87. Meanwhile, the Class A tournament is being played at Pebble Creek in Becker. Kara Smith of Heritage Christian Academy is the defending state champion. And as the rain starts to fall on Smith's second 9, she'll knock home a par putt on the first hole of Pebble Creek's white course. She goes on to finish with a round of 80, good for 3rd place after round 1. Breck's girls team qualified for state in Class 2A, and the Mustangs are 3rd after day 1. The boys teams in all 3 classes were still on the course at this taping of 12 News. We'll have more golf plus state lacrosse highlights from the Maple Grove girls and Wayzata boys Wednesday on 12 News. A little bit of weather issues on the first day, but they'll get through it.
A lot going on. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Up next, local high school grads reflect on the past, looking ahead to the future. Plus, one special day for a special lady in Crystal. We'll be right back. A Crystal resident is celebrating a major milestone. Myrtle Dolan turned 100 years old today, and the folks at the Heathers Manor threw a party in her honor.
They're triplets.
Well, it took Myrtle a moment to blow out the candles, but she got it done in the end, and everyone had cake and ice cream. The Crystal Police Chief was also on hand to help pass out treats. Myrtle used to live in Golden Valley and was a cook for Robbinsdale area schools. She likes to play cards, attend church, and knit. And she says the key to living long is to be careful. Congratulations, Myrtle. Well, the pomp and ceremony is over for local high school graduates, but as they celebrated graduation, they also shared their wishes for the future. Here's a look at what some of the class of 2016 is hoping for.
It's my hope, class of 2016, that by taking a risk, you grow into becoming significant, influential, and extraordinary individuals of today.
This is our chance to go out into the rest of the world and take what we've learned about character and service and apply it.
It's important to remember that the true measure of being a good person is not only how much we can better our own lives, but rather how much we can better the lives of those around us.
The challenges you face will become more complex and trying, but because of your years here at this school, you have developed the experience and the fortitude to prevail.
It's not about everything that we've done up to this point, but about everything that we're going to do after today.
We are the risk takers of our generations. We are those who strive for greatness. We defy time.
Now I'm going to sit down and graduate with you all, but first, let me take a selfie.
You know it's 2016 when you have to take a selfie at the end and everybody is smiling behind you. Right? Let's hope they're smiling. That's it for now, and as we say goodbye, back to graduation as we enjoy the choir at Cooper High School. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you again Wednesday starting at 4 o'clock.
Like a stream that meets a boulder.